Well, good evening. Sunday Live Sports begins now. My name is Wahiga Mwaura. We kick off with football updates where AFC Leopards marched through to the last 16 of the GoTV Shield tournament after a clinical 2-0 win over Kakamega Homeboys in Mumias. In an earlier match at the same venue, Wazito FC also advanced to the next round, beating Bidco FC 4-3 in post-match penalties after a barren draw in normal time.
For a through ball and manages to get it. A chance for a cross comes in. Onto the left foot, it's a beautiful cross and it is the number 6 lead. Into the net. In the 6th minute of the game. Smaka, the still keeps possession, gets it down on the right side to Jack Bruno. The crosser is touched down into the net. Into the elbow. Against the goalkeeper. He sent it over the bar. The bench does that, sir. Then does the Italian jig. Amayo has put Bidco United into the next round. And I'm done.
Indeed, with barely 5 days to the Rio Olympic Games, the Kenyan flag was officially hoisted today at the Olympic Village in Rio de Janeiro as Team Kenya were hosted by the Kenyan ambassador to Brazil, Isaac Ocheng. All focus now turns to the Olympic opening ceremony set for next week Friday from 1 a.m. that is Kenyan time, where 6,000 volunteers who have been practicing for 3 months will officially welcome the world to Rio. Now, closer home, a team of 16 athletes and officials departed the country this morning for Brazil via Luanda to represent Kenya at the Games. World 400-meter hurdles champion Nicholas Bett will lead his brother, that's the African bronze medalist Aaron Koech, and African title holder Boniface Musheru, as they seek glory on the Olympic stage. Now, Kenya will be represented also in the walking race by 6-time African champion Grace Wajiro, Africa champion Samuel Gadhimba, and Simon Mureithi Wachira.
Wakimbiaji wote kutoka 1,500 mpaka watu wa marathon. Lakini wiki ijayo watu wa wasichana marathon watakuja pamoja na timu nyingine yote isipokuwa wanaume marathon, ambao event yao itakuwa mwisho kabisa tarehe 21.
Indeed, for a 16-year-old swimmer, Rebecca Kamau, she had already grabbed the headlines that she did not want. She hoped to be at the Olympic Games this year, but she was omitted from Team Kenya despite being the most qualified swimmer. Well, Citizen TV went in search of Rebecca in Birmingham, and here is her exclusive story as told by Mike Okinyi.
She is the swimming sensation that grabbed the headlines for a whole week after she was denied a chance to compete for Kenya at the Rio Olympic Games. She is a soft-spoken 16-year-old, very shy despite her major achievements in swimming. At only 16 years of age, her medals fill up the whole house. Some have not even been put up on display. She started swimming competitively at the age of 7 at Brighton School in Nairobi. Swimming came as a last resort, not the first option.
I did loads of different sports, so I guess, I don't know, I was good at it, and my mom swam when she was younger. She taught me how to swim, so I guess it just kind of naturally got into it.
Her parents, retired journalist Karuri Kamau and Penny May Kamau, moved to England when her older brother was joining university and Rebecca was going to year 7, which is the beginning of secondary school in England. But the parents actually moved to give Becky, as they fondly call her, a fresh start in swimming. UK has more opportunities and better facilities than Kenya.
Yeah, for example, there's only 150-meter pool in Kenya, and there's dozens around the country here.
Her best performance, she says, was Singapore during the World Championship in 2015. In this one, she had the whole summer holidays to train to achieve the good results.
I reached the semi-final, and I did like a really big personal best, so it was one of my best swims that I've ever done.
Training is key. She wakes up at 4 a.m. to go for training scheduled for 5 a.m., train for 2 hours in the pool, then do half-an-hour session in the gym. The pool sessions vary, but on average, she does 6 kilometers in the pool per session.
Yeah, it varies differently. Sometimes I can have 8,000 meters, 8 kilometers, or 9 kilometers, 8,000 meters, or 3,000 meters, depends on the session.
She's back home in time for the short walk to school. School takes up 6 hours of full concentration before she goes for training again at 3:30 p.m. She's back home at 7:30 to catch up with schoolwork. And being a top performer, the burden of school and swimming can be heavy if you don't know how to balance the two.
It's kind of what I enjoy. It's never boring, I guess. And if you're struggling in school, swimming's a really good stress relief. And if I'm struggling with swimming, then I can just focus on school.
She's in the paper. We can get her on the wall. Somebody fantastic, you know, national star. So, yeah, it's something for us to be smiling about and be happy about.
Becky missed out on the Olympics through a fault on the system. There were 3 international competitions in 5 weeks in 2015. The Senior World Championships in Kazan, Russia, the Junior Swimming Championship in Singapore, and the All-African Games in Congo. Becky declined to go to Kazan despite being the only swimmer qualified. The Kenya Swimming Federation, which enters swimmers for competitions, deliberately did not tell Becky that to be selected for the Olympic Games, she must compete at the World Championships in Kazan if she doesn't get the A qualifying time. Every athlete, whether in football, swimming, rugby or any other sport, has that competition that they always want to go for.
Your one thing that you want to attain your whole career is to go to the Olympics. It's like the ultimate, it's like the pinnacle of any athletic career.
The bombshell came in July when the Kenya Swimming Federation sent out names to the World Swimming Federation FINA for ratification. Naturally, since Becky didn't go to Kazan, she missed out on the universality places, previously known as wildcard selection. That's water under the bridge now, as she will not be in Rio de Janeiro for the Olympics. But the 16-year-old is already looking to the future. She's not giving up on the Olympic dream.
Hopefully carry on swimming for university and see where that goes. The next Olympics is in Tokyo, so then I will be still like my peak age for swimming, so yeah.
Mike Okinyi for Citizen Sports.
And finally, another news making headlines across the board as Marcelo scored twice in the first half as Real Madrid beat Chelsea 3-2 in the International Champions Cup in front of more than 100,000 fans in Michigan. The Brazil left-back netted twice in 7 minutes before a spectacular long-range goal from Dominican forward Mariano made it 3-0 before the break. Eden Hazard scored twice later on for Chelsea after Real had made a host of substitutions. Now, Celtic were outclassed in their pre-season friendly against Barcelona, but in another game as well, Liverpool beat AC Milan 2-0. Hussein must be very excited. Here are those highlights.
Liverpool got their second goal. Great anticipation by...
In other news, Lewis Hamilton dominated the German Grand Prix to move into a 19-point lead in the championship over Mercedes teammate Nico Rosberg. Hamilton shot into the lead at the start from second on the grid as Rosberg slipped to fourth, where he finished after a difficult afternoon. And now this was Hamilton's 4th consecutive victory. Daredevil skydiver yesterday became the first to jump from a height of 25,000 feet without a parachute, landing in a net in Southern California. The 42-year-old Luke Akins completed the jump, landing in a net measuring 30 meters by 30 meters in a first-of-a-kind feat.